And so when I was trying to connect with him, I actually made it worse. We're going to talk for just a little bit about some barriers to empathy. Um, One is distancing assumptions. So, distancing assumptions, all the time we make assumptions about the people around us, their age, their race, their gender identity, religion, all of those kinds of things. And sometimes those assumptions that we've been making cause distance when we're trying to build connection. I'm going to give you an example of something I did. So when I was leaving the Justice Department, now I had been there 15 years, so I knew a lot of people, and I did this kind of goodbye tour, right? And there was one guy that I had worked with on and off for really the entire time. He was a very nice guy. And as I was leaving, he and I we had a meeting, and at the end of the meeting, I asked him to stick around, and I said, "Hey, I just wanted you to know that I'm going to be leaving the department." And his reaction surprised me. Like he seemed more upset than I expected him to be. And so, it really touched me. And so I kind of reached out and I touched him on the arm, and, I said, "Oh gosh, like we can still stay in touch. And it's been such a pleasure working with you." I was trying to comfort him, but instead he seemed to get like not comforted and in fact a little bit more upset. And so being me, like to me, touch is very comforting. So I reached out again to touch his arm, and this time he kind of jerked away. And then I remembered that he is an Orthodox Jew, and as such, is not really supposed to be touching members of the opposite sex. And my assumption was touch is comforting because it is for me, but it wasn't for him. And so when I was trying to connect with him, I actually made it worse. So if you're saying I keep you in my thoughts, that can come across as really minimizing. And for other people, when you say I keep you in my prayers, for them that feels like, well, you're telling me that I'm supposed to pray when that's not something that's meaningful for me. So just be mindful of the fact that assumptions you make based upon your own background and the things that you think would be, expected can sometimes create distance when you're trying to create connection.